Hello and welcome to Blue Owl Yoga. We're just going to have a nice, gentle practice today just to give ourselves an opportunity to bring some movement into our shoulders and into our hips. I hope you will join me on this journey. So find a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you, and just close your eyes, place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out nice and slow. Inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath. And slowly open your eyes, allow your hands to rest on your knees. Just bringing some movement to the head, nice gentle neck rolls. If you feel tightness in a space, take a moment and just feel into that space. And one more. And head back to center, and we're going to roll in the opposite direction. I find when I close my eyes while I'm moving, it allows me to focus my attention on the movement itself and not all of the visual distractions around me. Wonderful. Let's just roll those shoulders. Nice big shoulder rolls to the back and then forward. Inhale, taking those arms overhead, hands together to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. This time, interlace your fingers. Turn those palms up to the ceiling. Hinge to the right. Come back to center, hinge to the left. Trying to keep yourself anchored to the floor while you're doing this. Then come back to center, release those arms, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. And then back through center, right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Back to center, inhale, arms up overhead. This time, drop the right hand to the mat, reach with the left fingertips as far as you can, bending that right elbow to allow yourself to get deeper into the pose. You just feel however it is that you need to feel. And then arm back overhead, left hand down, right hand reaches. We're trying to stretch the side body in this particular pose. And then come back to center and just roll those shoulders. All right, now let's come on to our hands and knees. So bringing our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips, dropping our belly down towards the mat, allowing those shoulder blades to come together and gaze forward. This is cat-cow, and round that spine with the exhale, gaze down at your knees. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. And then exhale, rounding the spine, pulling that belly button in, allowing those shoulder blades to come apart. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. And exhale. Here, if you want to take hip rolls, you want to drop those hips to the left, to the right, whatever feels good to you in this moment. And then from here, we're going to just find stillness and bring our right foot forward. Now, if you have to pick up your foot and move it, that's perfectly fine. What we're trying to do is find the space where our knee is over our ankle. Now that might mean you need to move your foot forward, maybe back. We want to make sure that this knee and ankle are in alignment. And then from here, allow yourself to press your chest up, trying to keep the tailbone tucked under. Nice, strong arms here. We're actually being active with our arms, so we're pointing down through those fingertips. Tailbone is tucked. Feeling a stretch probably in that left leg, that front part of the hip, so in that hip flexor. And continue to breathe. Nice deep breath. And exhale. We're going to take our hands down to the mat and bring that right foot back. Then our left foot comes forward, walking it out as far as you need to, so that when you lean into it, the knee is on top of that ankle. Once again, trying to stretch the front side of that right hip. We're going to tip the tailbone under. Arms are active here, pointing down through those fingertips. And we're breathing. And bring your hands back down to the mat. We're going to take that left foot back, coming back into tabletop once again. Curling your toes into the mat and sit back towards your heels. Just trying to stretch out your toes. A lot of times those feet live inside of socks and shoes and don't get much of an opportunity to be out and to be flexed. It's very healthy for your toes to do so. Then come back forward. We're going to hover our knees off of the mat. And then take your seat up and back for down dog. Pedal out these legs here. Take nice, generous knee bends. Allow some movement and stretch to happen in those legs. Continuing to breathe here. And then finding stillness in the arms and the legs. We're going to walk the hands back towards our feet. And then roll up. Nice and slow. Arms overhead, palms together. We're going to sit into an invisible chair here. We're going to keep that tailbone tucked under. So we're nice and flat on that low back. Belly button is pulled in. Hands are together at heart center. Our weight is distributed across our whole foot. So the whole foot is supporting you. And then press up. Exhale, arms down. We've got one more stretch remaining for our legs. So we're going to step our left foot forward. Now we're not taking really big steps here. And if you don't feel very stable, take your stance nice and wide. So the wider your legs are on the mat, the more stable you will feel. And then from here, we're going to be on the toes of this right foot. So on the toes of the right foot, left foot is nice and planted. We're going to bend this right knee so the right knee comes in. And when we do that, we're also bringing in that tailbone. What we're trying to do once again is stretch this right hip flexor. And as we bend into this right knee, we're going to feel more of a stretch, but this muscle is nice and activated as well. We're going to roll those shoulders back. Palms are forward. Muscles are working here, and we're breathing. Then come up and back down. And then we're going to just bring the right foot to meet the left. Now, if you were feeling unstable in this pose at all, a couple of modifications. You could have a chair, hold on to a chair. We could hold on to the wall. Lots of ways that we can make ourselves feel more stable. This time, the right foot is staying forward. Left foot is coming back. We're on the toes of that left foot. We can take our stance as wide as we need to. Going to bend into our left knee. That tailbone tips in, and then we're going to allow that left knee to come down towards the mat. Palms are forward, arms are active, shoulder blades are coming together, and we're breathing. Straighten the back leg, and then we're going to bend once again into that left knee. Now we're going to bring our left leg to meet the right. Inhale, take the arms overhead, palms together into your chair, bringing that tailbone in to allow the low back to be supported. And from here, coming into forward fold, allowing your head to be heavy. If you can reach the floor, that's great. If you can't, not a problem. Stop at your thighs, wherever you are at, okay? Then from here, take your hands to the floor, bending those knees as much as you need to. Coming back down, we're going to sit back on our heels and roll the shoulders back. Okay, let's take a nice inhale, arms overhead, palms together to heart center. And we will close our practice here. Allow your eyes to close. And just take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Thank you for joining me on this practice, allowing just a little bit of movement into your body, and hopefully using that breath will allow you to recenter and find some peace and calm throughout your day. Namaste.